Hey!
Woo! We're paying attention.
Welcome to Fabled 42, where we build community through friendship, gaming, and chaos. Where did kindness? I just felt like kindness slipped in there because everyone is kind.
Cheers.
Welcome. Cheers. Happy Wednesday night. How you guys doing, players online?
Woo!
Doing good?
Super stoked.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna keep going. What is Salon? Salon is a world that I built with Wildspire Miniatures. He makes the little plastic guys, so it's kind of a cool little thing where, like, you're thinking, oh, I want to play a game and my party wants to find, like, love an NPC and they want to come along all the time. Well, but I don't have a miniature for a half-orc chef, Well, he does, so check it out. All right, we're gonna go through some more quick announcements.
All right. If you're looking for a 3D printed terrain to go with those miniatures, Griffin Co., longtime sponsor of Fable 42. Go check out them. Quality 3D printed terrain for you. Featured in lots of the shows. Not this one, but others. So, if you use the code Fable42, you get 22% off your purchase. So,
sweet.
And if you are a player or a DM, you can get 5th edition stuff and resources from the Underground Oracle. Just check them out.
Yes. Another wonderful sponsor this evening is Nine Realms Gaming. They make handmade wooden products for your gaming accessories. They have trays, they have towers, they have dice vaults, wonderfully ornate DM screens. They take custom orders. And if you decide you want to get one of their wonderful products, you can get 10% off your purchase using the promo code FABLED42. So go check them out at ninerealmsgaming.com.
Okay, and up next we have Critical Dice. So special thanks to our sponsor, Critical Dice. Go ahead and enter !critical in the Twitch chat to enter into our first giveaway of the night. We will call a winner after break. And then please stick around for after break because you can enter a second time with !critical. Please note that in this competition, this giveaway, it is only available to the United States and Canadian territories excluding Quebec. Sorry, Quebec. You can also help support the channel by clicking the link in the chat for 20% off non-subscription items. So head on over to Critical Dice.
Nice. Also, be sure to stick around later this week on Friday for another exciting episode of Duke City Chronicle at 3 p.m. Pacific. And then, if you like a little bit of horror, come by on Tuesdays at 6:30 Pacific for the Crypt Creatures next episode. We have a lot of different shows here on Fable 42, so just stick with us throughout the week and we'll take care of you.
And honestly, you can catch up on any of these series because if you miss us live, you can catch our VODs on YouTube. This campaign's VOD comes out Friday mornings at 6 a.m. very soon. You can watch all of our past episodes as well as any other show on Fable 42, so go subscribe to our YouTube today. So speaking of subscribe, Twitch subscribers, you have the power to give out 1 luck and 1 inspiration to players or me to help us out. Sometimes we roll bad and you want us to succeed. I know you want us or me or them or someone to succeed, so help them out if you want. One last note before we go to the intro video, or the trailer? Yeah. It's summer, people are having fun and doing stuff, so our schedule is going to change up over the next month or so. We're going to try to bring you still lots of good content and story, but there will be some weeks coming up that we will not have a show, so we will keep you up to date. Alright guys, we are going to roll this video and we will be right back.
Solon, a world caught just outside the blessed fields of Elysium. Home to the migrated Gardenals, celestial animal kin searching for adventure. Sun Guard are the protectors of this realm, standing against the forces of evil that seek to disrupt a lasting peace. It has been over 100 years since Bell's dark invasion faltered at Boiler Bay. In the north, Pelor's warming glow bestows prosperity to the nations of light. But in the south, a new story unfolds.
Hello, we are back. Welcome back. So, as you can see on the tower, oh man, I had it right where I wanted it, but then it went different. Anyway, you can, I can just do this. Give me 1 second, guys, and then I'll start back in this. No, that's not going to do it. Oh well. Where we left off, our heroes joined in a audition of sorts. A message was sent out by Lord Ulcerin Havish of the fated Githyanki here at Gorespire Keep, offering a really nice salary, like pretty high-end salary for adventurers to come to Gorespire Keep for some purpose. A large crowd gathered on the day of this event, at which Havish announced that there would be a trial of sorts that led to a chase through the city streets. Some groups had set up certain obstacles and challenges, which the party, for the most part, went around, evaded, bust through, making it to the Tower of Shar, where there were 10 spots. So, you know, the math is odd depending on what you consider the appearance of Lord Ulcerin Havish here at the end of the chase. But there are 7 spots, 120 feet up on the floating platform of the leader who you've met, but you haven't been introduced, the leader of the Sisters of Shar here. And as you were informed of this final challenge, a ritual was cast with 3 casters in the middle, causing gravity to basically go away. And it was up to the 10 assembled to make their way to the platform, 120 feet up, however they could. For most, involved using the chains, 3 anchored chains down into the tower to make their way up. Some people took a more risk-reward approach, such as the Githyanki there, Raishal, as he still had the magic energy, the green electricity energy around his legs, and made a leap for the top. Now, things did not go according to plan. There was maybe a fiery druid that attacked one of the robed figures, causing the kind of a lapse in this gravity effect, and that gave some people an advantage, some people a major disadvantage. Theo, the winged avian folk, had to glide his way back to the base ground of this castle while everyone else is making their way up, basically restarting his position. Raishal is currently kind of fumbling with a mage hand that was guiding him and that kept him from going off course, and is now, it's not going very fast though. He's not happy with how it's working. And then the 2 other things that I want to point out, kind of in situation, this was kind of the very end of the last game. Shay, after poking and prodding the half-orc, the large half-orc that had basically has been chasing her since she tried to charm him, control him, dominate him, some spell. And some things happened with Lupin helping out that caused Killjoy to get kicked, basically pushed in the head. There was something else that happened to him, right? Like, he took a lot of damage or something.
I cast Dissonant Whispers.
Right, he took a lot of damage. And he's feared. He's afraid of Shay right now. So, as we come into this game, we see Killjoy, eyes huge, face just pure dread, slowly circling in like a fetal position backwards away from the center of this room. And you guys that can hear it and see it hear, KJ, no! Coming from the small, diminutive Snickers at the base layer. We pick up with Envy. It is your turn.
And the music gets intense. I love it.
I'm so like out of all my spell slots.
Well, yeah, you
Bro,
misty step like
same.
7 times.
Because I don't run fast. Nope, that takes too long. Am I concentrating on anything? I feel like I'm concentrating on bless.
Yep.
Then I have the emboldened
Double bless.
I'm not gonna concentrate.
Oh wait, you're at the top though.
Yeah.
Was that last turn, or did we end the last round with you getting to the top in your turn? Is it actually Snickers' turn? I can't remember.
Might be Snickers'
I
turn.
think, yeah, because you must have gotten up right at the very end. I didn't write down who made it up. But yeah, so Envy got pulled up by Vesta, waiting at the top to help anyone at that final little bit. Envy, you see... now, Vesta, I need you to do something. I need you to message me the name you write down on the ledger. Remember, there was a Githyanki up there that said, "Oh, congrats, you're the first one," and asked you to sign your name. There wasn't a contract or anything. It was just basically a sheet. He was just getting names of the finalists. So let me know what name you put down. Same goes for you in when it comes time. But currently he's focusing on Lisso, the half elf, full elf, life form robed, bow on her back, is talking to the Githyanki figure at the moment. So we're gonna go then to Snickers, who yelled out KJ no. He's at 5 feet. He's on the ground.
Is Snickers the one that? Oh
He
no,
threw the
Theo's
web.
the one that started went out the window and then
Mhm.
came back around. Okay, thank you.
This is interesting, but he's gonna do it. But how high up is Killjoy? He wants to try to use his web to get Killjoy to stick to anything, but there's nothing. So he's gonna run. It's very difficult. He only moves. You see his little legs scrambling on this ground as he can't get enough weight down because of the gravity effect to get his feet in charge, but he's just scrambling. He kind of reaches down, grabs at some rubble like a large stone, kind of pushes it aside, and tries to make his way. He looks frantic. Lupin, you are...
I should be at 65, I think. With my shade at 95, I believe.
Okay. What would you like to do?
Okay. Shay, or Lord Havish, is at 80, right?
Yep.
Okay. So, what I'll do is, with half my movement, I will essentially coalesce up at 95.
Okay. So you switch forward.
Uh,
Does it cause you to switch?
Yeah.
Like, so your
Like, I'm
shadow's
no
now
longer-
below you?
No. My shadow's not there.
Your shadow's not there. So
Yeah.
Shay, looking down, kind of seeing Lupin, you see that dark, kind of weird, his fur. It's his fur, but like it doesn't move like fur in the wind. There's some like effect to it
Like
that
an
all of a
aura?
sudden,
Like an aura, kind of.
not auras usually you see aren't in contact with the figure. You've seen auras that are they're much more radiant. This is very much close to the fur.
Okay.
But then it's just gone. It just evaporates, and you kind of you feel the chain kind of give above you as you look up, and Lupin is now above you.
That's so.
Okay. With 15 feet of movement left, I'll move, I guess, 5 up, so it'll be at 100.
Okay.
So I'd like to do this. I would like to move another 15 with my bonus, so it'd be at 115, so 5 from the top. And I like to pull out something from my bag. Could I do that?
Yeah. That's your whole turn, but yeah, I think you have enough to do all of that.
Okay. All right. So yeah, I'll be
So
at
you're at
115.
And
Yeah.
there's something in your hands.
So it's 115, 120 is the top of the chain, and then how much is the gap between that and the top?
So which chain are you on? Yeah, you've got that opening. It's really 7 feet or something where the chain is anchored under the platform. It's about 7 feet of just horizontal, large stone face with some imperfections. You can handholds and stuff. And then there's the ledge right there. The cutout
Okay,
of
so-
cutout.
Under 30. Okay.
Yes. Oh yeah,
Okay.
you're very close.
Okay. So what I
Luck and
have-
inspiration. Luck to Calliope, inspiration to Lupin.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so what I have in my hand is a rod. And I'm going to call to Lord Havis / Shay to come up here. I have a way to kind of help you get up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Do you do? That's all you can do this turn. But yeah, I know.
I don't think I
exactly.
can activate it.
No,
I
not
don't
yet.
think.
I think it's a bonus
Yeah,
action
so-
activate.
Yeah, so.
I know what it is. All right, Lupin, that is your turn. Calliope, you are 60 feet up on the other chain with Envy, and Envy's is, I think, well, Envy's gone. I'm move Envy now because I'm just getting confused. So you really, you're on your own. The chain is free because Raishal isn't on the chain. Theo's not on the chain. That the rogue figure is down the ground. You can do whatever you want here. I think you're muted.
Nate.
Okay. Am I still raging from last time?
Yes, totally.
Sweet. Is there an equivalent of dashing up?
So dash you can do, but because you're not a rogue, it just takes your action. So you can do your movement and your dash to do double movement.
Yes, please.
Okay, so that's 80 for you, right?
Uh-huh.
Go ahead and
It's
give
double-
me the athletics roll, and that's just to see how you use the chain. Like, are you able to get the full movement, or do you kind of like?
I want to like Spanish fly it, where I like take it and like wrap my leg around it and then somersault upwards.
Oh.
And oh my god, nat 20.
Well, then, I mean, that's obviously what you do. Explain it a little bit more. Describe. I mean, 80 feet is a lot. So you are a large
So,
lioness.
I'm gonna start out by like taking my claws and I'm gonna grab the chain and I'm gonna scrunch my body up and then take my feet and wrap them around right about where my hands were, and then I'm gonna do that a couple times, and then I'm going to get a little, I don't know, fun with it, and I'm gonna swing out to the side and flip up and catch myself at the top. Or up to where I go, which is 60 plus 80, Colin.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, you can make it with a natural 20 on your athletics.
Do it.
You can make it.
I'd like to kind of like when I flip up, I just want to kind of land at the top, and
Right. You
Eloquently.
you worry for a half second as you do this flip up and around on the top. As you wonder for a second, holy shit, is the gravity up here messed up too? Are you just gonna keep flying up? But you feel the pull, and you tuck tighter as you know where you should land. And sure enough, you do 1 or 2 flips, and boom, right there on the platform. The Githyanki standing there is legitimately surprised, and you see he kind of takes it. Oh, and he kind of looks around for a second, and he develops a pretty large smile. That's your move action. You have a bonus action or say anything else you want to do?
there's nobody on the chain that I was on that underneath me.
Correct, and actually that would mean that you probably like came up. So like if there was a center, it's not opposite side of where they've been climbing up. You were on the other side, but you also weren't near the cutout because you flipped over the edge. So I'm gonna say like it was even cooler, like that you went along the platform and not where the cutout where everyone else is more easily than getting up. You went around the whole, you kind of went up a different way. But yeah, so you're not standing exactly next to them. You're probably a good 20 feet away from them right now.
Okay, so where's the nearest chain with people still on it?
There is not. Lupin and Shay. Yeah, so across the way. You see Vesta. I'm guessing Vesta, you stayed there, didn't you? You're still kind of right there on the edge, looking to help
Yeah, I'm
people
on the
up.
edge, like peeking over.
Right.
Peeking over the side that has Calliope and
Oh.
that Envy just came up.
Oh, okay, yeah, because you did move over to help Envy. Okay, so you kind of circled around after you gave your name. You circled around the cutout to get on the other side to help Envy out. Okay, so never mind, Vesta. You and Calliope are pretty close to each other.
Okay, but no one's. Okay, so we're close to each other, but okay. I'm trying to figure out how I can get over to help pull up. Well, Lupin, you're above, or how far down are you?
I'm about 115, so I'm like, 30-ish feet, I think, above Shay. 35 feet above Shay.
And you have actually a good perspective on him because you're across. There's like, if you're looking kind of across, there's an opening on the ground, and then through the opening, you see him at the chain base of this platform, 5 feet down. You actually have a pretty good view of it. And Shay, I think. Shay might be too far down.
I want to go to help. I want to pull their chain up.
You can't get so much to the chain unless you want to go back under because they're mounted underneath. That's what that 7 feet is. The 7 feet is from where the chain is anchored underneath to where you can get to the ledge to pull up.
But I'm confident that I made it. I'm here.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah, you got acknowledged. You didn't. Like, it's not. There weren't explicit rules, but like, yeah, you would think that wouldn't be fair if you went back down and they didn't count it. But it's just
cool.
You don't know.
All right, thank you for that. I now have an idea of what I'll do on my next turn if I can.
Perfect. Also, you get luck and inspiration from Xenobite Calliope.
Yay,
Awesome.
thank you.
All right, Raishal. Raishal has just watched the 4th person crest this, and so he was like trying to go back up. He was trying to get in that direction. Seeing the situation, the mage hand only moves 30 feet, so it's gonna move 30 feet up. He's basically riding it like a seat. It's like it's small. It's not huge. It's just a mage hand, but it's just like pushing him up. And as it pushes, like it gets to the range of its movement for the turn, you see Raishal dismisses it and is now free floating in the air. So he's 65. He's got good aim. He's headed for that opening, but it's still going to maybe take him 1 more turn, 2 more turns. Who knows?
Where's he at? How many feet is he at now?
He's at 65.
Okay.
And he's kind of making a line inward, so he's got that inner trajectory to come up a little bit. All right, Theo is pretty discouraged, but he's just going to start over, and he's going to try to move his, do his thing. So he's going to get his acrobatics check with his wings. Okay, pretty good. So he can't move his full double movement, but he's going to move. Let's see. Theo. Yep, he's pretty fast too. So he's going to get to move with that roll. So he is now... Where are you at, Theo? You're at 60 feet, Theo. Good job. And he's coming in at a harsher angle, so he's kind of making it... He's under Raishal, but on his way up. All right, Killjoy. You guys watch. Nothing changes. He doesn't move. He doesn't react. He just floats. Another 5 feet. Another 5 feet. And he falls. You guys have a good view up there. He hits the ground. Where is man? He is. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. How much HP does Killjoy have? Yeah, I don't think. We'll see. So he was 40. He went down a little bit. I'd say he got to about 25 at that angle he was pushed down.
Mm-hmm.
tower is about 30 feet tall, so 65 feet of fall damage. No dexterity save or anything.
He fell outside of the tower?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's still alive. Wait, didn't he take Did he not take damage from your dissonant whispers?
He did. He would have taken.
Never mind.
3d6.
He might not be
I don't
alive.
remember
Yep,
what
I know where his
rolled.
health is. Sorry. Here it is. No, never mind. You see, he lands hard impact. Dirt just goes out, and you see the form that is now there is mangled. The leg, there is bone sticking out of knee. There is like arm landed under the back of the head and just looks completely crushed. He is bleeding out. You hear Baraka, or the figure in the middle, the avian leader of this cult, scream out a word. It's a name that you guys don't recognize, and not quite yet. We're gonna wait to top of. Oh, it's top of the round. Perfect. Top of the round, you see there's two figures in cloaks that kind of ride out from the trees, and you see they pull up to Killjoy and they start tending to him. Vesta, you're at the top. Anything you want to do?
So there's 4 people at the top now.
There's 4 people at the top now.
Who's the next closest?
Lupin.
And Shay. And well, I wrote my name in the book.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote a name in the book. How far down is Lupin?
Just 5 feet below the platform. You can. I mean, he's very close to you. He's like from you, looking down over this ledge. Hypotenuse of the triangle, kind of thing, like 12 feet. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I'm trying to do quick math. 3, 6. Okay. I'm not going to do anything.
Okay.
I'm just gonna continue to watch from the. I'm on the other edge. I'm on the other chain edge, so I'm just gonna continue to like peek over upside down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Shay.
Right. Seeing Lupin above and the rod in his hand. Not quite sure what it is, but gonna use my full action to try and dash my way up the chain as much as I can.
Give me that acrobatics or athletics. The DC's not that. The DC's not that high. It's just to see how good you are at it.
Ooh! Thank you, Luck, from the chat. We're gonna re-roll that too. Better. Okay. Plus, I have a D4 from Bless.
Right, yeah.
Because Envy gave me a D4, so I'm gonna go ahead and roll that.
And you're not double bonded. That sounds
No,
so weird to say, Envy.
Oh, I rolled a 4. So that's a 13 plus 4 plus another 4. So that's
21.
17 plus 4. 21.
Yeah, you can move your full double movement for your action and your movement this turn. So
Okay, so go ahead.
You've been watching this fight and you're like, I got this down now. You just stay on the chains. You just go.
Okay, so if I'm at 80 feet and it's 60 feet is my dash, I'm gonna start going up and go like past Lupin. I guess I'm gonna get to Lupin and
You
go.
kind of.
Because I can't take him with me. I could try, but
You know, right now you have the capacity to make your shot for the platform.
yeah. So
And-
what I think Shay will do, or Lord Ulcerin will, like, as she's kind of like, I feel like she'd be like kind of floating, but like holding the chain and kind of like guiding or something. Like, I got it. Meet you at the top. And like pass Lupin. Like kind of like, you know, a little nod and like commentary of respect, but like, I got it, and get to the top.
Okay, I need one more acrobat. We'll just keep that one. This is your turn. This is your round that you're like, screw it. I can do this.
Okay.
And you charge up the chain. Similar, like you saw Calliope, you're like, you know you don't have the form to do what she did. But you have the ability to mimic the technique a little bit. And you get in a rhythm of like pulling and pushing and pulling and pushing. You find that rhythm and you go. And you get right under Lupin, you say what you say, and you push off. And you want to be conservative. You aim for a little under. You kind of reach that platform and you get flat against it. But you're up enough, you kind of scoot your elbows, and as your body from the momentum of scooting starts to pull away from the form, you're right there on the edge and you grab it. And you kind of like just inherently, once you grab it, as you're getting a strong hold, you kind of curl your fingers and your legs start floating up. And you're kind of like laying flat, and then you just push it all the way up and do a little just flop over the edge on the other side. Floop.
And I'd like to think that like as I'm laying there on the platform, I just kind of lay there and like, yes, made it. Like, just like cheek to the platform, just like laying on it, like hugging it. So excited.
The Githyanki figure, upon seeing you come up, he's not looking directly at you, and he's laughing. He's like, ha, Raishal, that you weren't first or second. What? Wait a second. What is this?
I'm not quite paying attention. I'm just excited for a second. So like, oh.
We'll leave it there for now.
I'm laying on the ground, and I'll leave it there until later.
Lisso finishes doing what she's been doing with the signing of the ledger. The Githyanki passes it to Envy. So decide what name you're going to put down. I don't know you guys. And you can see 2 names on the list, but I don't know what Vesta put down. But you do see the other name as Lisso Halafres. Okay. She just kind of like takes up a spot, and you can see that she's breathing hard, but she just kind of has this like smile. She's kind of like nodding and maybe kind of digging the, feeling good. Envy, anything you want to do while you're up here?
Maybe go over and like ready a helping action.
Do you want to be on the side where Lupin is, or you're across it right now? You can easily maneuver around. There's not a lot of standing room up here. You can tell the geodesic metal sphere, like the chamber that's on this ledge, takes up like 70% of this floating platform, and like that 30% is just this like landing where that cutout is. So there's not like a lot of room, but you can definitely make it wherever you want to go.
Okay. I'll go over to where the fake gith is, and kind of ready whoever else is left. Kind of pay it for from what Vesta did. So.
All right. Snickers, you see Snickers reaches the edge here, and he slides down. And for anyone that can see, which is most of you that towards the top, it's hard to see at the angle. He stayed very near the edge. He kind of just like he started crawling down, and he started sliding once gravity kicked in. And he casts web one more time right at the bottom to catch himself before taking any damage. But he's just crying, KJ, I'm coming! Lupin.
Alright. Well, since Lord Havish is up, I will throw my shade up to the top. And then jump to it.
Okay. So you guys, you don't hear anything at first, but you see just like form up this shadowy figure of a wolfkin, and then it like there's a whipping sound, like a wrapping wind sound as it spins up, and then Lupin is there materialized as number 5.
Would have been much higher.
Anything else you want to do?
I'll put away the rod.
Okay. All right. Calliope, you are at the top as well. You're kind of you said you knew what you want to do this turn, so let's hear it. Oh, muted. It's okay.
She didn't hear you.
That never gets old. Sorry. Okay, so I did know what I wanted to do. I wanted to go help Lupin up because Lupin helped me, but Lupin just got up. And I'm going to take a look around. Who all is standing near me?
On your side, so Envy went around. I think you're alone right now. I think you're alone now.
Oh, twins. Okay. Alrighty, then I would like to walk over toward where the other victors are.
Okay, sure. And you get acknowledged. You notice the Githyanki figure, not Havish, but the one that was up here that's new to you. You take in. I'll describe him again because I think it's. He's dark, splotchy skin, long, pointy ears. He's got several. They look like staples. They're earrings, but they're like in the form of like staples down one of his ears. And he's got like an impressive, clean-cut, clean cloak. And he's wearing very much, it looks like the guard uniform, but it is decorated in metals, different colorations, like special trim. His trim has this like silver sheen to it that's not in some of the other, not in the, he looks like maybe a more higher ranking member of this Githyanki contingent. He acknowledges you and says, well, this is starting to wrap up nice. And he looks down and he says, Raishal, you better hurry. All right. Anything else you want to do? Oh, you haven't even done anything yet.
No. I want to go over to who's closer, Envy or Lupin?
I would say Envy, because Lupin sent his shade up, so he didn't have to be right near the edge. He kind of just like he had a good spot to land on. It was a blind. I don't know. Maybe I should have made you roll to see if like evaporated onto something, but we're not gonna do that. That's gonna look cool.
Okay, I'm gonna walk over to Envy, and then I'm going to say, "Thank you. I felt whatever whimsy is from you. What is your name?"
Anytime. I am Envy.
My name is Calliope.
Pleasure.
The pleasure is mine.
And everyone else up there, it's a small space. Y'all hear this conversation. You hear their names said. We're going to 2, 3, 4. Wait, is the whole party? Everyone's up, right?
Yeah, we're up.
You're all
I think
up.
there's 6 up. There's one more. Yeah, last spot.
Hold on, I'm going.
That's what I thought too. Why didn't I write? So Shay, you're up. You were after Calliope, and then Lupin, you were after. So you were 6 up, Lupin.
Correct.
So there's one
Right.
spot left. Okay, so we're just gonna kind of speed this up for now, just to finish it out. It's between Raishal and Theo. Raishal has his turn first. He's got the trajectory, but he's slow. Can he do anything to speed him up? Okay.
Climb like a regular person.
He's not near a chain. He's not near a chain. He's like in the center area. He's not in like he's maybe like 12 feet, 10 feet, 15 feet away from a chain, but he's not using it as guidance. He took a leap. Or actually he guided the hand pretty much like a slingshot. He got that trajectory he wanted and then just disapparated the mage hand and is flying. Mage hand is just not strong enough to get him where he needs to go. Can he do anything? At will. At will. Okay. is going to go the movement of the momentum of the hand. It didn't speed him up or anything, so he got to go 30 with the hand. That's 95. He can Misty Step. So as he gets this close up to the top, he evaporates into wisps of dark energy, and then kind of right next to Lupin, where you popped up, you see another similar, different, like similar in like duration and simplicity of the effect. It wasn't anything flashy, but different energies that he kind of like. There, instead of it being a wispy of dark shadows, this was more like a portal that just like opened up real quick, like a circle, like tore, and he came out through it right there on top. All right. Once he materializes, you see he is panting. He's having some trouble. But with that, the Githyanki figure at the top cries out, "It is over! We are done here!" And you hear Varaka down on the bottom say something to the people around here. And okay, so you notice. Let me change this music at a time. No more rock music.
But it was great while we had it.
In this time, a moderately sized crowd has formed around the tower. However, it's difficult to see anything. You can see like some people had to like move way away from the tower. Like people spread out and stuff. And once the Githyanki calls that out, that it is over, there's silence. And then the large avian figure, the leader of the Systems of Shar, yells out something to her crew, and you hear this, yeah, some slow clapping go around, woo! But it is pathetic. It doesn't gain any steam. You see the people down that have gathered have already started walking away.
Huh.
It's a very lackluster ending.
Wow.
Raishal has now come up next to the other Githyanki, which we'll go ahead and say the Githyanki addresses you all and says, "My name is General," I have to find it because he's important, General Ivid Slad. I am, you can say, Havish's right-hand man. Anything you need of importance to get to him, you should bring it through me. Let me be the first to say congratulations. This was a successful event, I feel. The town will come around to the pageantry of it all. But for you guys, the winners, take some time, tie up all your loose ends, and meet later today. It's about high noon right now. Tonight you will dine with Lord Havish in Inran's keep. We have prepared rooms for all of you to stay at the keep. And whenever you are done in town doing what needs to be done, you may come and find your rooms and get comfortable before dinner if you like. Congratulations, really. This is a great achievement. You should all feel very proud. And he kind of laughs as he says that, as his eyes go straight to Raishal. And Raishal, you can see, is just dejected. Just fuming mad. His eyes are darting to everyone, to Shay. To someone else, to Shay. Lisso, you hear the runic chanting below loses volume as two of them, Baraka being one, she was chanting, so she stopped when she yelled out, and then the other one stopped. So you see the runes, the light of the runes have dimmed. And Lisso, taking notice of that, she goes up to the edge and she kind of just steps off where that opening is, and she slowly floats down to the bottom layer. He's still passing around the parchment. It's in the order that you came up, and we don't have to do this right now. We'll figure it out, but I guess let me know if you're using a different name than your real name, because people that sign up later will get to see the list of names that have already been written. So I believe that would make Lupin. You got to see all of them, didn't you? No,
Not
Shay.
not
Vesta.
No, Vesta was first, so she was the first name on the
Oh,
list.
I apologize. Yes.
Yeah.
So she
I
was
mean,
first.
Ryshaw gets to see all the names.
I would also get to see all the names. Yeah. 'cause
You
that was
didn't-
the second to last.
Can you at least tell me you're not writing down Lord Ulcer and Havish on this?
No, I was waiting. I was waiting for your narration, and I was
Sure.
gonna.
Go ahead. Yep. Let's come back. This is the live moment now.
Yeah. So, as General Ividslad, if I said it right, brings the parchment to Lord Usulor and Havish, takes the parchment, writes down the word Shay, name Shay, and then like with a big sigh, like looks at everybody and just like the form. It's almost like from the top to the bottom, it just like slowly like fades off and showing dark green with purple hair, big ears, creature that's definitely not Lord Havish. And just like a little smile over at Lupin and then hands the parchment to the next person in line.
Awesome. So as you go through this, is there anything else you want to do before you leave the area, and then we can talk about what you guys might be doing in the interim?
No, Vesta's just gonna look at everyone, size them up, see if she can see what they're carrying.
Go
and
ahead. You can give a perception check.
Okay. Hmm, 10.
You scan around and you do take a couple notes of things. General armor styles you're able to get. Lupin, I believe you have leather armor, probably, right?
Right. Yep.
Or do you? I don't know.
I do. It is leather. It is leather. Yes.
Yeah. Calliope, the large lioness form, is not wearing any armor. You do see weapons. Some of them are nice. I believe some of you have some really nice weapons, but on a 10, you just kind of take note of that. If that's what you get, you're like, okay, these guys have some nice things. You definitely take note that some of the people in this group are holding on to some special looking items.
Okay.
Anyone
Anyone else?
Shay's gonna just turn to Lupin and put out a hand, like shake his hand and go, "Name Shay. Thanks back there."
You're welcome, Lord Havish, or shall I say, Shay. You did well for not having too much movement in you, so.
I'm exhausted. I haven't ran that much in my entire life.
Well, you did well. You did well.
Thank you.
Hope to see you at dinner tonight.
Yes, ready to eat. Ready to feast.
General Slod kind of cuts in right there and says, by the way, I really would I say against, I would not recommend assuming that shape again, especially in his presence tonight at dinner. That's, it was a good trick for this, but I don't know how he would respond to that.
Completely understand. And noted.
But impressive trick.
What is Ryshal's reaction to all of this?
Yeah, I'm so curious.
He is, for the most part, he is unmoving. He is stuck. You see the wheels turning. His eyes turn to meet someone talks, kind of to meet the conversation, but he's not speaking. He's clenched fist. Just, he looks upset, but he's not ready to leave quite yet.
Right.
You can tell that he's waiting. He hasn't made a move to go away yet.
I'd like Shay to do an insight check on Rayshal, like how much is, if she can figure this out, is being upset at being last versus being upset about dropping my form.
Yeah, go ahead.
Not the most insightful person. That was a shit roll. But that's what makes it fun. It's a 9.
It's one of two things.
Okay. It's one or the other.
Either he's immature, and this is his tantrum. You know, like not speaking, looking pissed off. That's like his. I bet I look really cool right now, and I'm upset, and yeah, everyone's gonna think I'm real tough. Or there's something else there that isn't. He's doing a good job masking something, but there might be something else there. You don't know, but you also think it might just be a tantrum.
It might be just what?
A tantrum, just like this is how he acts when he's upset.
He's being emotional, or like okay. Thank you.
All right.
Before everyone leaves, I'd probably walk over to Calliope and
That's
say,
what he was gonna.
Cool.
You meet. No.
and I'd probably go to her and say, took a tumble back there, but you got back up. I value that a lot. Hope one day I get to spar with you one day. Looks like you'd be a good adversary to train me. So.
You are a formidable opponent. Why did you help me?
It's a contest, doesn't need to be, I don't appreciate that. I think Killjoy was his name's approach to certain things. We all have a fair shot. You found the path. You tumbled a little bit, but you found the right path. The only fair thing to do would kind of help you along the same.
I would like nothing more than to join your team. And yes, sparring is definitely in the future.
Look forward to it.
As do I.
So, that's my thing.
Okay. Anything else?
Envy, you said the crowd's like walking away, is going to try and see if he can see his friend that didn't make it, like the one he met at the tavern, essentially.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
Okay. $22.
Mm-hmm. You do, because it's one of the very few forms not moving away from the tower, but coming into looking on the path to come and enter the tower. Does that change? Does that change?
That, like, allowed?
From what you can tell, there's no one blocking the door. No one is around the outside area of the tower. It seems. I mean, you can wait a second and see if she goes in, if you'd like.
Yeah.
We'll say as you're waiting and watching, we'll say the rest of you, if you have nothing else to do, you take your turns going down. It is kind of enjoyable as you're going down. Gravity, it's there. It's enough to pull you down, but it's very relaxing. Like your muscles that you just ran across town, you can feel that this motionless is nice and relaxing. You feel the tension slowly dissipating as you make your way down. As you get to the bottom, as most of you get to the bottom, you get like a nod from her and maybe like a well done. But Shay, when you get to the bottom, she gives you kind of a slow up and down.
Who's this?
Varaka, the avian, the large lady
Okay.
that flew down from the top.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's her name again, if you don't mind?
Varaka, VARA apostrophe KAA.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. And she says, "You were the one that looked like Havish. I've seen better disguises, but that was funny. You've got some tricks up your sleeve, I see."
Wasn't my best, but had to get resourceful. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
I look forward to seeing what you get into here.
Me too.
She lets you leave. Okay, so we're gonna go with Envy real quick, as you guys will come back to like where you guys go for this. We're gonna say, anywhere from 2 to 4 hour period between like high noon and getting close to dinner time of anything you guys want to do. You can go straight to the castle, you feel. but you can also do other stuff if you'd like. Envy, you do see her enter. Do you want to? You can go down if you'd like, and like, as all of you are exiting, if you would recognize her, I don't know if you guys would. You know from your interactions from the chase, then you would notice a cloaked figure talking with a few of the other cloaked, the black and purple cloaked figures that are part of this tower. I'm gonna assume that none of you really engage, but Envy, you have the option now to. You come down and you see that she's talking to the larger, burly woman with the like short mohawk and the shaved head, and she's talking to that one right now, and she's smiling, and so is the other one.
Can I overhear the conversation if they're...
Yeah, give me a perception check.
Okay. 13.
13. At first, it's very like, they're talking about the robes and the look. And you catch like Philista saying like, you know, I don't know if I was really looking forward to plate armor and swords and shields and standing in front of a gate. You guys look a lot cooler. Are you guys do you have any openings? Are you guys recruiting? And you hear the other one say, yeah, but you know, I can't go out. This is not the voice I imagined in my head, but yeah, there's we've got a class of recruits right now. It's not the easiest in the world, but you're welcome to give it a try. And Lisso says, oh yeah, well, I know. Maybe I'll think about it, and I'm gonna maybe I'll think about it while I'm hanging out at the Spire Song Tavern tonight. Are you gonna be there? And she says, for you? I'll be there tonight. And with that, Philista, she hadn't noticed you up to that point, but kind of at that note, she catches a glimpse of you and gives you like a smile and a bow. And she starts to leave.
I'll let her leave.
Okay. Now, let's just go in order real quick. Vesta, what would you like to do, if anything, in these next couple?
Vesta would very much like to. I would like to find either a bathhouse or a nice like inn that has a bath. Take a hot bath and scrub all of the sweat off.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. Investigation 18.
Yeah. You had the name of a place before you entered town from home that people recommended, and so you kind of they told you it was upscale and nice and comfy, and so you head towards Candle Home Tavern in the Stonefall Quarter, and it's the one the building I described to Envy, where Envy was drinking at the inn that morning. It's that same inn, but you know that inner portion with the wood walls. In the back of that, there's like a steam room area that's baths with like herbal oils and herbal salts and stuff, and very relaxing and very luxurious. The cost is a gold, and as you walk in, you are greeted, but no real recognition from anyone.
Okay. Great. I'm gonna take a bath. I'm gonna take the longest bath ever. Just
Nice.
float, scrub, and then like spend time making sure I look nice. But I'm gonna make sure I wear my armor. I'm not switching into like fancy clothes for dinner. I don't trust this. And then if there's time, I'm just gonna go walk around town and like just see what the layout is like, see what the people are like the different parts of like the way that it's set up.
Yeah, so how long do you want to spend walking around town?
Like an hour,
An
maybe.
hour. So we're saying like a like an hour and a half-ish bath, hour walk around,
Yeah.
2.5. Yeah, okay. Give me an investigation check, but go ahead and give it an advantage because you're taking an hour. Like, you're not just gonna miserably fail investigating the town, but
Well, thank God I had advantage because I rolled a 1.
nice.
Investigation 19.
Okay. You start off from Candleholm Tavern, feeling clean, feeling refreshed, and you're like, okay, I'm not gonna go to the streets right away. I'm gonna start like going through this neighborhood, just like kind of more into the quarter, away from the main thoroughfare. And as you do, you notice the quality of the buildings deteriorates quickly. And a lot of these buildings, especially in the central part that isn't like near the wall or near the main thoroughfares, buildings are in major disrepair. A lot of them, there are no doors, there are no doorways. They're stone archways with cloth hanging from it to act as a doorway. A lot of them either don't have a floor, or the floor has just been covered with dirt so long that you wouldn't really be able to tell. Some of the structures are larger. There's some of them 2-story, where maybe the bottom floor is mostly intact, but the second floor might have some walls crumbled in or crumbled out. You see people, not in every house, but some houses. There are a lot of people in some houses, crammed 10, 15 in a small 1-floor structure. Children, adults, cardinal race, human, elf, dwarf, anything. And as you're walking through, one human like turns, but he's not looking right at you. You notice that his eyes have this foggy blur over the pupils. And he kind of looks towards you but not at you for a moment, and then kind of goes back. It seems like he was cleaning cloth. He has a little bin of water that he's taking some cloth and wringing it out in. You walk on from there. You go over to the trader's quarter, and you see, especially at this time of day, the market is open. There's an open air market. There's vendor stands set up. There's buildings that kind of encircle it that are storefronts. But a lot of the people seem to be, from what you can tell, like, few go in and out of these stores, but most people are on the streets outside in this open air. You see several, it's really about 6 or 7 stalls. Only about 3 or 4 of them are anything other than common foods, common goods. Some of them look like maybe more heirlooms or jewelry. You don't spend a lot of time there because you still want to kind of keep walking around. But you do take note that this seems to be the open market. People come here with food, artifacts. You see definitely a variety of stuff. You keep walking in a circle, kind of back towards the main thoroughfare. Like, it took you a good 45 minutes to do those 2 quarters and see what you saw. So you make your back to the thoroughfare, and you see this other quarter that's on the other side of the main thoroughfare towards the south. And the main feature is you see this large tower going up, and with the top of the tower above the wall facing south. And the houses in this district are a lot different. They're wood. They're strong, sturdy wood. Kind of like it seems like maybe it's been stained or hardened with something, but just strong, sturdy wood structures. The night tower itself is just made with huge pillars of wood, like I don't even know, 4x4s, but 6x6s. Large trees that have been crafted into these pillars and supports for this large tower. You notice that the people around here, there's a good mixture of people. The homes seem to be occupied by single families or just very smaller groups, well adorned, well maintained. And you do notice right around the base of the tower, there seems to be a concentration of forms like lupin. wolfkin, dark fur. The two guards that actually stand at the entrance to this tower are dark fur lupinals. And then it's about that time that you see the smells of restaurants and taverns as food is starting to be served, and you realize you should make your way towards the keep.
Okay.
Let's go.
Very informational.
Yeah, I liked it. Loved it.
Lupin,
Hello.
what would you like to do?
I would first off probably go home, and so the area you were describing is probably where
The first
me
one,
and my
Stonefall
well, the-
Quarter.
well, unless I was asking where would
Yeah.
I would be my mom and I be.
You're in the Stonefall Quarter. Yeah, you are
Okay.
in a structure that is relatively stable and structured, but still kind of among the buildings that are the disarray.
Right. Okay. So yeah, I'd probably go home first to let her know that I have a new job.
Okay, well, let's do this. You walk in, and there's a bowl of salad on the table. But I remember now, she was going to watch it. Her plan was to go and watch the event. She's not home. She's not there when you get there.
Okay. That's
There's
actually
the salad
fine,
out.
'cause- Mhm.
Do you want to stay and wait, or?
So what I'd probably do is take it on the way up, like to where my room is, and start packing up some stuff, since I don't know, like, if this will be a thing where a mission will go out or whatever. But just gather like a go bag just to be ready for things.
Okay. So.
Oh,
good.
Yeah. That then like eating whatever the thing is. So,
Yeah, we'll say you pack your stuff up, you bring them downstairs, you place them down, and you're sitting and you're enjoying the food, and you don't hear her walk in right away, but then you hear a Lou. You turn around, you see her standing, and she's smiling, but there are tears in her eyes. She goes, why didn't you tell me?
I mean, I know you'd be worried. And again,
Well,
there's
I'm
nothing to
worried
worry
because
about.
you
It was
won't tell
fine.
me anything.
Oh,
It was fine. I don't, I'm an adult person now, and again, I don't want you to have to, always be liable for my mistakes anymore. You don't have to do that. I'm fine.
Well, I do. Because, I don't know if you've noticed, Lou, but your mistakes are the reason we're here.
I know. And that's why I'm hopefully going to walk my own path that would, make sure that you are set up, and again, you don't have to worry about me. I'll be okay.
I don't know what's going on in your life, and I don't know these people. We don't know these people here. We don't know any of them. And now what? You're working for Havish? You're working for him?
I mean, it's a means to an end right now. I mean, the town, I've got to know a lot of them. But there are some good people here. I mean, there are also some shitty people, but in our area, there are some good people.
Lou, everywhere we've been, there's been good people and bad people. Everywhere we go, you need to realize that you aren't always the best at determining which is which. And she lets as she finishes that sentence, there's like a whimper that comes out as she's crying, and she gathers herself for a second. She turns away for a second. She wipes her face. Lou, I want to trust you. I want to. I want us to be there. We need to be there. That's where we need to be. But if you aren't going to talk to me, it doesn't matter why. You can't be afraid to hurt my feelings. You want me to give you room and ability to walk your own path? Fine, but I just need to know what's going on. If I don't know what's going on, I can't help you.
I give her a hug and I say to her, I know I made some mistakes in the past. I know I can't fix those mistakes. It's impossible. But this is something I gotta do. I mean, you're right. I have shown some questionable taste in people in my life, but I gotta figure out who to trust and who are good people now, right? So, gotta take that step forward, right?
Lou, what happens if you go and you realize you were wrong and these people aren't good people? What do we do then?
Well, then I'll do what I did last time and run.
Yeah. Not just you, though. And she starts walking towards her room. And she stops. She stops at her door. She doesn't turn around. She says, if we have to run, we'll run. I just wish you would have considered this before. And she walks in.
So at that, I would probably pick up my bag. I would then probably go. So, okay, this is where we need to probably fill in something. In my time in the town, I've sort of made some friends, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Before we go into this, I think we should go ahead and take our break. So I feel we're a good hour and a half in. We're going to leave it on a little bit of cliffhanger. When we come back, we're going to find out maybe what Lupin is looking to go. Calliope, do you have a question? Or... No. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Okay. We are going to come back in about 10 minutes. We're going to take a quick break. We will be right back. Stick around. ! Critical for the giveaway, which we will draw at the end of the break. Stick around, guys. We will see you in
dice?
just a
We
bit.
give out dice.
We'll be right back.
Solon, a world caught just outside the blessed fields of Elysium. Home to the migrated Gardenals, celestial animal kin searching for adventure. The Sun Guard are the protectors of this realm, standing against the forces of evil that seek to disrupt a lasting peace. It has been over 100 years since Bell's dark invasion faltered at Boiler Bay. In the north, Pelor's warming glow bestows prosperity to the nations of light. But in the south, a new story unfolds.
Welcome back. Oh, different screen. It worked. Hey, hello. I got to do the thing with the dice, right? I mean, people want to know that.
Dice giveaway.
Yeah.
Yep. Here we go. Xenobite.
Yeah.
No bite.
Winning
Xenobite
some
gives away luck and inspo,
dice.
and they receive dice.
I mean, that seems...
How that works, right?
Yeah. True. Why can't restart giveaway? I don't want it to roll again. Okay, I'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. You can still enter exclamation point critical for the second half giveaway of critical dice. Okay, so real quick, we are going to retcon something. I need to make sure my mic's on. We're going to retcon something. We're doing a quick flashback. Before Lupin made it to his house in Stonefall Quarter, he was caught by Calliope.
Oh, hello.
Well, hello, Lupin. It seems like you might be familiar with this town, no?
I know a few things. I've been here for a little bit. What are you looking for? What do you need?
Well, I think I need some armor. I normally don't fight in traveler's clothes, but I didn't feel it was appropriate to wear a loincloth, so...
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, what are you looking to be made? I assume not plate-like things, or you are like leather things? Like what are you looking for?
Something breathable, something I can move in.
Okay. So thinking back through my head, I guess probably armor like mine, like leather-like kind of things. Thinking back in my head, where would I have knowledge of this?
So, yeah, that's a good question. So, you know, the blacksmith in town that you know about does metal armor. He's a metal smith. Honestly, you haven't found anyone with someone that makes leather armor. You've seen leather armor sets there is another store that's not directly in the Trader's Quarter. So this is in Stonefall Quarter, next to the tavern, next to Candleholm Tavern. There is like a small general store that just kind of has things in trade, and sometimes there'll be leather armor sets in there. And then sometimes there are full leather armor sets or leather pieces of armor, like pieces of leather armor sets in Squalor Square, in the open air markets. But you actually haven't met anyone that crafts leather armor here. The blacksmith that you've heard of is typically doing armor upgrades and armor for the scouts and guards of the town, and then will do some jobs of people, some commissions.
Okay. So, since I don't really have like parchment or like writing things, I'll go find gather some like rocks on the ground. I assume there are some.
Yeah. This is. I'm saying this is happening like right outside the tower. She caught you as you were leaving the tower.
So using the rock kind of arrangements, I kind of place your rock where the tower is and say, all right, well, we're here. And then I'll place another rock and say, if you go down this path to this area, place another rock and say, that's where the blacksmith would be. If you're looking for like weapons and other things, things with metal, plate kind of, chain mail kind of things, might go there. If you're looking for, say, probably like things like this, and they kind of like my stud leather kind of things, that would probably be somewhere in here. And I put the general store marker. In my limited time here, I haven't necessarily found anyone to necessarily craft anything yet. There, I know of people I think that are hunters that can gather the materials, but as for the actual make them, not so much. That'd probably be your best bets right now, at least to most of what I know. But yeah, that's where I would try. So.
Thank you again for leading me in the right direction.
No problem. Unless you have any other questions for me, I'll probably be on my way. But I hope to see you tonight at the dinner. So.
I will see you there.
Have a good day.
To you as well.
And I go up. So.
All right. So we'll come back to you, Calliope, for more of your interactions. But after Lupin, we'll go forward past your interaction with your mother.
Mm-hmm.
What was the next thing on the list?
I would probably try to find someone. Thinking back to the people I've met in town, I would like to find someone that I have a sense of being a good person and a friendly person that I've met so far, but also someone that is relatively physically intimidating.
Your mind immediately goes. There's a few people you could probably think of, but your mind does go to one person pretty quickly. You met him relatively moving in. He's not afflicted with the haze, but his sister is. His name is Jaran Hill. Jaran Hill. He's human, scruff brown hair, short brown and gray speckled beard, just a short beard. You know that before coming here, looking for help for his wife, he's from down south. These are just through conversations you've had with him. He's from south, and he used to be a farmer. So he's got that farm, work in the fields kind of build, very capable. But he also plays a big part in helping people around the area. He definitely spends most of his day fixing parts of the houses, helping people get to where they need to go if they're having trouble walking or need guidance. But yeah.
Okay. Then I'd probably go over to his place then, actually.
Okay.
So.
You find him. He is helping his wife. We'll call her.
We'll call her.
Carol.
Her name is.
I
Did you say
Carol.
Carol?
Carol. It's spelled Kerol.
Hey.
She is human as well. She is in her late 30s. She has blonde, curly hair that she wears just out of her face, kind of like in strands that come back and hold it all together behind her. She has that slight, you've seen people of different degrees of this affliction. It's just that hint of haze in the middle, and from your interactions with this couple, she's very coherent, except for quick, minor, just like she'll be speaking, and she'll pause just for an extra second. Rarely, but just you can tell that there's something maybe disrupting the stream of thought to her mouth, and it's noticeable, but she hides it pretty well. and you
Okay.
walk in, and they are both together cleaning dishes, and they're just kind of you walk in as you hear her say, "Oh, stop!" and they're kind of like doing a little like bump, kind of play fighting, pushing around, doing the dishes, and he like takes the towel and he gives her a little not like a full on thwap, but just like a and you walk in. Do you say?
I say, I apologize, but am I interrupting something? I didn't mean to.
Duran says, No, come on in. We were just cleaning up after lunch. All the kids around here. The swarm came through and took up anything that we couldn't finish. How you doing,
So now
Lupin? I heard quite a story from just a little bit ago.
Yeah. Looks like I had some good fortune. So I might be. I don't know what will happen, but I might be out of town on business. I don't know for a little bit, but I did have a favor that I could ask for you, at least for tonight, if not possibly going forward. I have a night job that I work, and if I can't make this, I'd like someone I trust to kind of watch over it. You would get my salary that they pay you there, and I would give you some extra if you were willing to do it. I know you're busy with a lot of things, but it would help me out if you could. At least for tonight, if going forward.
He starts to answer, but Carol steps in and goes, "Look, you're out working all day. When do you sleep?"
That is the eternal mystery of things. It's a good question.
Look, man. I mean, I want to help you out tonight for sure. I'll take your shift tonight, but I don't know about long term. I don't know, but
so at that I say, think it over. Again, I don't want to impose more on you as a burden, but for tonight, I take out of my coin purse. Let's do 10 silver.
Nice.
And then I put it on the table, and it's like, if you can cover here tonight, on top of what they pay you, this is kind of like covering me as a thank you.
Well, I can't turn this down, so yeah, I've got you.
Okay.
Good luck, man. I mean, what do you think they're gonna have you doing?
I don't know. I don't know, but I like to prepare for whatever might happen. So, I'm gonna probably talk to her before I go on whatever this next thing is, but at least for tonight and maybe going forward, if you choose to do this, just make sure you watch over Trish for me, will you?
Which one's Trish?
I describe her to you or to him because I don't remember what she actually looks like. Drew, tell me that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I told you, but yeah, she has long, straight, light hair that looks like it's been dyed purple. The dye didn't stick very good, so it's very light dye. Tall, human, dark skin. But yeah, you can describe that to her and to him, and you say that she's an employee there. She works there.
So yeah.
Oh, yeah, man. Thanks. This is very generous. I mean, this week we'll feed those swarms of kids we'll get them something pretty nice. I feel. I think this deserves a treat. Don't you think? And Carol's like, oh gosh. Then they'll never leave our house. They'll be here every day. Yeah, I know, but we like the sound.
Hey, enjoy it while you can. One day, they'll be on their own and doing, empty nest here. So enjoy while you can.
Carol laughs. They're not our kids. You know that.
Well, I mean, you treat them like yours. It's close enough. And again, they will grow up. They are children.
There's a somber moment there when you say that. You can see like they kind of steel themselves and they kind of say, Duran says, that's the hope, right? They make it. Don't worry about it. I got it tonight. find me tomorrow. Come by tomorrow, and we'll talk. We'll see how it works out. But I mean, the money is this good. I feel like you've given me kind of a gift here.
I just want to make sure that people that I know here are safe, so including you.
We appreciate it. Thanks, bud. All right,
Shake
go
his
on. I'm
hand,
sure you
but-
got somewhere to be, huh?
Think so. All right, I'll see you tomorrow.
All right.
All right, my last stop then before going to the keep would be visiting the sister of like my establishment. Oh, so
The which one?
the establishment, the place where I would work in
Work?
the evening, but I'm not. Yeah.
During the day, Spire Song Tavern, it's like a strip club at 1 o'clock p.m. I mean, it is empty except for a few regulars. Only a couple people working. You know that this is too early for Trish. Trish
Right.
works through the night. She's not
Right.
quite there yet. But
Yeah.
yes, you show up. You see someone you recognize out front. It's one of the members in robes, a female. She recognizes you. You're not going to be on for a little bit longer, are you?
Normally I would not. Tonight I had something come up, but I have a friend that will fill in for my shift. I mean, is Jaren kind of known in the area?
You don't think that these people would know him, no?
Okay. So I have a friend. His name is Jaren, and he'll be taking over my shift tonight. He should be able to handle anything that should arise. If that will work. I mean, if I need to talk to someone inside,
You're
I will. but-
the leader of the establishment, because you know who it is. Her name
Right.
is Jillian Chalmers,
Okay.
and she's Drow.
Mhm.
And she is not nice. So the figure in front says, "Your funeral, man. I mean, it's a female. She doesn't like surprises. I mean, it's good that you found someone, but if she's not pleased, it's your ass."
I mean, I would hope that she would appreciate the reason of why I can't be here, considering
Wait,
she's part of the group that helped sponsor this thing. So
you're the one?
I'm one of the 7. Yes.
Oh yeah, I guess. Damn, that's awesome. There's not much she can say about that. Ooh, she's gonna hate that even more.
I mean, I hope not too much.
Oh man, tonight's gonna be fun.
So, I guess do I need to go? I
No.
go in. I probably
No,
have to.
you think that you've
Okay.
done enough. She says,
Okay.
I'll let her know. Like you say, what's she gonna do?
And then, as a side note, just say, when Trish wakes up, just let her know that. I guess let her know where I am, and I'll be by when I can. So,
Yeah, I'll let her know.
thanks. And then I head off to the keep.
Cool. Shay.
Right. So leaving the tower, what time of day would it have been?
Like high noon,
High noon?
midday.
Okay. And then what time would I be expected at the Gorespire Keep?
You would expect before and around 5. So you have like hours, but they did say that you could come and get settled and stuff. So like if you want to have a little time to get settled, maybe 2 or 3.
Do I know or expect that they have lodging for me there, or do I have to
He
go
said
find that?
that's what he said that the castle will provide you lodging. He said that to the whole group.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Well, then it's real simple for Shay. Shay is exhausted. She is so beaten, so tired, so, you couldn't see it under the form of Lord Havish, but now that she's in her usual form, She's got some really heavy feet as she walks her way to the keep, and wants to get some rest, some food, clean up. Really wants to take a nap because is expecting a very fun big party. She does like her parties, so
Awesome.
yeah.
What we'll do is we'll come back to you first as we start that next scene.
All right.
So you get there first, and so I'll describe what you see, and then we'll have other people come in from there.
Perfect.
Calliope?
Calliope is going to go to the location that Lupin suggested to look for some sort of leather armor.
Mm-hmm. You go into the sorry, I think a little bit of lag there. Go ahead and say what you were going to say so I know. Nothing? Okay. You are greeted, so there is a sign out front that says General Store. Like, that's what this sign says. It's a stone structure. It's very long, and it's got 2 doors on it, and you can tell that, like, when you go through the door, there's a long counter and everything. There's stuff at the 2 extremes along the back wall near the doors you walk in on, but then a lot of the sets of armors, the weapons, the bigger stuff, and the more expensive stuff is behind this, like, long counter that dissects this long building. And you're greeted by a female human who says, "Oh, welcome. I am Elandra Persane. What can I get you today?"
Hello, Elandra. My name is Calliope Nakal. I'm interested in a leather armor of sorts, something breathable that I can move in. Well, something I can move in.
She looks you over, and you see like a little bit of a worried face come up, and she goes, "Oh dear, I do. I have right now. I've been armor's been a little bit more popular these days. I have one set, and she points, and you look kind of across this wall, like the door you walked in, there was all like the plate and like half plate, chest plate, chainmail, like all the metal stuff, and she points towards the other end, and there's one set of leather, but it is about 3.5 feet tall. Unfortunately, it is not your size.
Do you have any other types of armor?
Nothing, just the metal kind. We get traded for quite a bit, so I do get full sets and parts of sets of armor. I mean, you can go through, and she points, and like under this set, there's like a box, not full, maybe about half full, of leather components. Like there's arm guards and shin guards, and not large pieces. There's no chest plate, but there's like like a single shoulder pad. And she says, "I mean, any given time, I might be able to trade for a full set here or there, one closer to your size, but at the moment, sorry." Have you checked out the Squalor Square? Sometimes those traveling merchants get stuff that I don't see for a while.
I will check that out. If I were to bring you a beast, would you be able to fashion me leather armor?
Oh, I mean, like from scratch? No, I could sew some piece. I can stitch some leather. I can mend, but straight from scratch is not. I can't.
Well, thank you. I'll take my leave.
Would you like for me to try to trade and try to acquire a piece of armor for you? If I do, how would I reach you?
Well, I'll take a look at Squalor Square before I request such a deed from you. Thank you.
Okay, well, come back in soon. Hopefully we'll have something useful for you.
Thank you, Alana.
It's Elandra, but it's nice to meet you.
Pardon me.
It's okay. All right.
And Calliope goes to the Squalor Square.
Squalor Square. Okay, so again, Squalor Square. That's hard to say a couple times over. Squalor Square. You reach this cramped square containing rundown stands. It's in this trader, like it's surrounded. There are areas with nice stands, but they're the nicest stands are empty, and the majority of them, there's like maybe 8 in like a semicircle or a U shape, and the ones on the outside, the nicer stands, are empty, and there's 4 or 5 stands on the inner part of this U that do have merchants. You start walking close to it, and as soon as you do, you are kind of confronted by several people trying to get your attention. Hey, come check this out! I've got trinkets and baubles, and oh, you look like you like smells and herbs and potions. You should come check out this one. And they're pulling your arms a little bit. And how do you react?
Calliope is instantly irritated, and she starts looking at them and
They all immediately turn, and you see sitting under a shade a large man, big belly, step out of the shade, and as he steps out, the light hits him, and it's another Githyanki. Big belly, long ears, lighter skin with a few just like areas of his showing arms, like blotches of darker, but small little ink blotches of darker skin. He approaches you and says, "Oh, you look like you're here to spend some money. Just don't bite at them. They're just trying to get your attention. What are you here for?"
Calliope smells him. Does he smell like a threat?
Ooh, that's a good question. What does threat smell like? Give me the perception check, and I think, do you get advantage? Maybe not. That could just be thinking out loud.
Yeah, so that's gonna be a total of 5.
5.
Oh no, wait, 5 plus. Sorry, 5 plus. No, a total of 8.
Okay. There are a lot of smells. There are alcohol, major smell. Sweat, a little bit of urine. Tobacco. There's this sickly sweet, maybe like perfume. There's just a lot happening here, and they're all too much.
Okay. Calliope decides that she is going to respond to this person or humanoid. Armor.
Oh, okay. We don't have much, but and as he approaches you, there is a young elf with like blue tinged skin that was kind of pulling at your arm that you took notice of, and as he approaches, he pushes him away. Solid push. The elf clambers to the ground. Ah! And then he stands up, and as the Githyanki grabs you, takes you away from the people that were there, they stopped moving completely. As soon as you kind of did your snarl, they froze in place. And he is now guiding you away from them towards one. He's like, "Oh, if you need armor, surely you need shields. Check out these shields right here."
Calliope didn't like that at all. What kind of weak humanoid would attack such a smaller creature with unprovoked?
Unprovoked? He scared you. You reacted as if you were scared. I thought you wanted him away from you.
No, I didn't be touched.
And you see he kind of, as soon as you say that, he's no longer touching you. Don't worry about them. They work for me. They work for me. I pay them. So don't worry about them. They wanted to get your attention. I've got your attention now. Let's talk.
Calliope does not like him. Nope, not even a little bit. Calliope's going to take a breath. I'll take my leave, thank you. And she starts to try and walk away from him.
But come on, you said you wanted armor. At least take a look. Come on, it's right here. I'll show you. I'll show you.
And Calliope's gonna rage.
Okay. So you let out a scream as your muscles tighten up.
Yeah. And roars. That wasn't my scariest roar.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check. Add advantage with the rage. The rage is going to give you that little bit of extra kick.
Oh yeah. Advantage. Oh yeah, definitely gonna use that advantage. 12.
As you rage and roar, he's surprised. He's taken aback. He steps backward. You see him he doesn't go into a fighting stance. He goes into like a I'm about to run, but he stops. He says, "That roar. You were on the streets. You were fighting for one of those positions. Did you get it?"
So Calliope's gonna reach into her pocket and pull out a little stone, and she's gonna rub it in her claws best as she can, and and slowly the rage is gonna fade.
Nice.
And forgive me, I am still learning to control that. Yes, that was me.
Did you get one of the spots?
I did.
Well, that's great. Look, you're gonna want eventually, as you're in this job, you're gonna want jewelry and trinkets and baubles. Look, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that we seem to have got off on the wrong foot, but when you're established and you're ready to look from some stuff, come here. Now, I will tell you, and he gets close. He doesn't touch you, but he gets close enough to whisper, and he says, "Honestly, you're gonna find much better stuff over at Enron's Keep. I'm sure they'll give you some if you're working for the damn guy than you'll ever find here. You must be new to town if you didn't know that." Ha ha ha. That was an anime laugh. I don't know where that came from.
That I am. What is your name?
Well, I am right here, Garrick Rinster, at your service, ma'am. And he gives like a bow. And as he bows, you can see like the hair on the top of his head. He has like a weird bald spot, not in the front. You can't see it like directly on. He's got a weird bald spot on the back of his head. Like, yeah, it's weird.
Garrick, thank you for the information. I must retire for the evening. You may see me around.
Please bring them all over here. I mean, look, I'm gonna tell them right now. Hey, you! And he calls out to the people. He says, "Get a good look. If she comes here, you come get me. None of you deal with her. She comes straight to me, all right? And any of her friends, they come straight to me." No, yes, sir.
And Calliope goes to the keep.
Awesome. Envy.
So I imagine, I like to imagine that Envy's broke this entire time. So you would be at the square trying to pawn off ritual spells. So free detect magics and ceremonies if they pay for the 25 gold or the 25 silver pieces. And then if he's able to give him anything, tips are welcome.
Okay. This will be a little bit of a thing. So you go, you make it to Swallow Square. Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Oh, okay. 20, not nat.
Okay. As you take in the scene, you kind of see similar to what Calliope saw with those group of stalls in this middle part of this horseshoe. But you do pick out, at the end, there's a total of 3 nicer stalls that are completely empty. And then along the buildings that kind of outline this square for the market, there's a few like half stands where like you have the front of a stand and the back just goes up against the wall. It's not a freestanding like stand. It's kind of a lean-to kind of stand. So again, you've got 3 in the main area and then a few scattered just a little bit further off. Are you trying to occupy a stand that's already there?
Essentially, I am trying to, for better lack of a term, Starbucks Dunkin' Donuts this. So I'm gonna find the closest thing that does like divination magic or other thing, and then like set up shop right across from them.
With your investigation check, you notice that none of the stalls have a theme of like either divine or arcane magic. You're looking over and you're scanning, and some of the trinkets and baubles, there might be some that do possess magic, and you'd assume so because there's a few of them that have like it's in a case and the case has markings with writings on it. You can tell like there are more valuable things here, but as far as like magic, this market is pretty scarce.
Okay, so then I would just find an area that gets enough traffic and then just start putting on like a show.
Okay, I'm still going to want you to delineate between middle circle stall or a peripheral stall.
Maybe middle circle. I feel like that would get the most.
Okay. You go there, and how are you decorating this stall? Like, how are you setting it up?
I don't think I have minor illusion or anything, so it's probably going to be basic. Yeah, I don't have anything like that. So, I'll go to like one of the shabbier stalls and like just do a little bit of mending on it real quick so it spruces it up a little. And then taking that, I'll kind of start speaking out to the crowd.
All right. So as you're mending, before you have a chance to call it to the crowd, you are approached by the large Githyanki man. As he doesn't engage you at first, but he watches you for a second and says, "You're just gonna come in and just take this over? Who are you?"
Well, good of you to ask, young man. Do you, by chance, ever wonder, is this ring magical? Well, step right up. I am your fellow that can tell you just exactly what it is.
Give me an insight check.
Oh, gosh!
I liked your pitch.
Yeah. So 15.
He's a little confused. He says, "Well, I mean, I think I'm pretty good at telling if something is magic or not, but like, are you selling anything? Or is that what you're selling?"
I mean, are you buying?
I don't need it. I can appraise things.
Perhaps, sir, you might need some holy water. Your drink pouch that you have there. You never know when you need holy water. I got you covered. I mean, for a small fee, I have you covered. Just let me know how I can better serve you.
Okay, well, here's the problem.
There's a problem?
A little bit. So if I'm selling holy water for my price, and you're selling your holy water for your price, that's the problem.
But I don't see anyone here else selling holy water. And I'm not asking for anything more than what the holy water would normally cost anyway. Plus, I don't know, if I do it well, maybe a tip.
Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't make myself clear. If you're selling holy water, they might not buy my holy water.
Wait, you're selling holy water?
And he points to, there's 2 flasks that have the label Blessed Water.
Yes, well, sir, I mean, nothing against one showman to the other, but I didn't even know what you were selling. You didn't even, pitch it towards me. So
You didn't.
I wouldn't even want your holy water because I didn't even know you possessed it in the first place.
Wait, you want to buy the holy water?
No, I mean, no, I'm good. I'm just saying, if I was someone that was in need of holy water, perhaps you should let me know that that's what you have, so I wouldn't pitch it to you and waste our time here. How about getting married? Are you up for that? I can do that as well.
He chuckles at that. No. Look, I run these, okay? And I'll tell you what. I'll let you sit here tonight. Depending on how you do, you might be able to come back, but you also might have to, if I don't really like your business style, I've got it in with Havish at the keep. I'm gonna make sure that you're not gonna be able to be here.
I mean, me personally, I might have some connections. Tell you what, do you need more holy water? I could provide the service, get a discount maybe. You might not have the time to just make lucrative amounts of holy water.
Let's get that persuasion check.
Oh yes. Gotta love a cleric sorcerer.
We do. Oh, we do.
A 12.
12. He said, see, I like to know that you are a quick learner. Give and take. I'm all about give and take. If we want to work something out, that sounds good. Tell me then, how much would you charge me for a flask of holy water?
Well, initially 25 silver pieces. And then, if you like the particular grade of it, a tip that would be generous to the grade at which I made it.
He's making notes.
Deal.
Oh, really? I mean, yes, deal.
He fumbles through a coin purse and puts 25 on the stand that you are setting up. And he says, "You can do this tonight. You can do this right now.
Do this in 10 minutes."
All right. So here's the deal for tonight. This is the deal for tonight. This interaction got you some favor, got you a chance. Set up, see how well you do. But if you piss me off, you're done.
There will be no pissing of the offs.
We'll see about that. Have fun! And he walks away.
Okay, so Envy will take that 25 silver, and then go to try and find. I wonder if it gives me a limit. It just says you touch one vial of water and cause it to become a holy water. So how big of a vial can we go?
Let's go with like a traditional. I don't even know. Yeah,
I'm not saying I'm
ounces.
making watered down
4 cups.
blessed
I don't know.
water.
No.
Vial size. ounce
Give-
vial.
Give me a wisdom check
Okay.
or religion. Sorry. Use religion.
Okay. Religion
What
is
good is that?
hopefully better. Oh, nat 20, yes! 26.
All right.
He knows his vials.
I can get
It's-
the most out of this vial.
Your interaction.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Your interaction got your brain going a little bit, and so you search around, and you actually purchase a vial. It's only 10 copper, but it's a simple vial, elegant enough. But what's nice is the case is like there's a wrapping of cloth that's got some cool designs on it, so it looks like a really cool vial. Like it just looks cool. And you perform your 10-minute divination, focusing your divine magic into this vial and blessing it, transforming it into holy water. And you don't notice, your eyes are closed. When you're done with the ritual, you open your eyes and there is just a line of people that have come up and watched you finish this because your eyes were glowing gold. And whatever you were doing with your hands, you were weaving this slowly churning, radiant kind of weave in your hand over the water. And you open your eyes and you're kind of taken aback by, oh shit, you're the real deal. And he holds his hand out to see the vial.
I'll give it to him.
He looks at it and goes, man, I'm glad we didn't do something stupid like start fighting each other, right?
Yes, that was really unfortunate.
This will be good. Welcome to Swaller Square, and hopefully this will be a fruitful relationship for both of us.
Step right up, best blessed water in all the land.
Okay, that's what you're shouting?
Yeah, I'm just like directing people to him.
Nice.
All right.
But I can just punch you in the face.
About 30 minutes in, you notice the figure because you saw her at the beginning and then she ran away. And she came back. A little girl. Half elf, but darker skin, purplish, with green, purple and green skin, with woad, a little bit of woad. And she comes up and she takes her little hands and she puts down just a smattering of coins. At first glance, you have trouble counting it because you look over, very little gold, maybe 1/2 gold piece. Lots of some silver, lot of copper. It doesn't look like how much 25 gold silver is that what you? That's what you charged him, right? Was it 25? But she is staring at you. She says, please.
Do you need help?
That you were glowing. The holy water. What? Can it cure people?
It has some beneficial properties, but depending on the situation, there might be other divine magic that should be used first.
Well, we're not supposed to. The 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 strong magic costs way too much. None of us have that. But I've never seen one like that you had. It was glowing. Maybe.
Then I'll kind of like help her collect her coins back together. What exactly do you need, dear?
The vial of blessed water. My mom. She's sick.
Is she not feeling well?
She hasn't felt. She's been sick for a long time.
So, tell you what, I will just come with you and we'll check on your mom. How's that?
She's hesitating. She's looking at the coins in her hands. She says, "Oh, I just went and grabbed as much as I could find. They might be mad at me."
Well, we'll keep this a secret, just between you and me.
You won't tell her?
No.
Okay. And she starts to lead you out of Squalor Square, across the street, into Stonefall Quarter, through some of those front street-lined buildings, back into the center, where she takes you to a house. At the door, there is an Ursinal, bearkin, large, lumbering, but also gentle, wearing a sundress, apron. She stands up and says, "Oh, you're back, Lila. Who is this?" She says, "He's a healer. I think he's new. I've never seen him, but he's a healer. He might be able to help her." And you see the Ursinal's face say, you see sadness. She says, "Lila, we've gone over this." "No, I know, but..." "Lila, if they found out, it could mean a lot of bad things for all of us." She looks at you and says, "Sir, I know you're trying to do good. We all want to help them. But it's not that easy."
I don't see what the problem is.
She kind of steps out of the doorway, and you look in, and there's two figures on the ground. There is a human man who is in a fetal position, rocking, just staring off and rocking. And then there's a elven woman, dark skin, purple, same light hair, and she's on a bed, sitting up against the wall and just staring. And the Ursinal says, This is a complex curse. It needs the strongest of divine magics. And here in Gorspire Keep, the strongest of divine magics are sold.
What type of magic are we talking here? Restorative or?
It's from what we. See, that's the thing. They don't let us know. They figured it out. But because they know and we don't, that's how they can sell it. Supposedly it's complex. It's a curse that must be removed, but it's also restoration of previous competence and restoration of mindful activity.
So Envy, knowing he doesn't have, at least not currently, could you prepare it maybe? Knowing that he doesn't have like lesser restoration or the capability to do that presently. Would he be inclined to like assess her and see if maybe like a prayer of healing would work, or if he just needs to like find a way to obtain this higher magic source?
I would let you do a medicine check or a religion check. Heck, I'll let you do both. But you have to get close to her. Are you going to approach? Are you going to enter the building and approach?
Is your mother sick in a way that it afflicts others, or?
She says, "No, the girl is confused, and the Ursula speaks up and says, "We don't know much about this, but from all accounts, it's random. It strikes across the continent, one person at a time. It progresses through some. Some people get it real bad. Some people don't get it that bad. It's a true mystery, and all we can do is bring comfort and help as much as we can."
I guess with that, he would agree to go in if they would let him, so he can get a closer look.
You start to walk in, and the Ursula, like, kind of instinctually, like, starts to move to block your way, but Lila steps in front and grabs your arm and pulls you in to the building, kind of giving the Ursula pause to let you through.
So I would approach the elvish woman.
Go ahead and give me, yeah.
Oh, sorry. If possible, do a medicine check first to see what like I'm continuing with, and then maybe a religion after.
Yeah, let's go with medicine first.
Okay. 20, not natural.
Okay. There's a pulse. The pulse is surprisingly steady.
Okay.
I mean, this is like the pulse of a relaxed person. Someone not in pain, not anxious, a resting, relaxed heart rate. The breathing, it's not shallow, it's strong. Rhythmic, a little unnaturally rhythmic. And then you look in the eyes, and the eyes are completely hazed over in a gray cloud. Beyond the pupils, beyond the iris, you don't even know what color her eyes would be. You see the edges of white just at the corners of her eyes.
And there's no other like visible like marks or discoloration or infection areas. I will try and assess if I've either come across this before or may have learned about something similar to this.
Give me a history check.
Okay. That is a 14.
Okay. From your hometown, there was one time, not from your town, from a neighboring town, you heard it indirect story that someone started getting sick, and a couple days later They loaded up horse and carriage and left town. The family, a family of people, but one person got sick in the surrounding town, and that group, that family, ended up leaving, heading north.
In that case, Envy will try, even if it's not going to work, to see if any form of healing magic might either help alleviate the situation or like make it maybe better in some case.
Okay. Go ahead and cast the spell and roll your healing.
Okay. My last spell slot, 3rd level. Over the next 10 minutes, I'll kind of assess just, I guess, everybody in the area. And I'll perform Prayer of Healing, so I could do like up to 6 creatures.
Okay.
But I'm mostly going to focus like the healing kind of restorative nature of it towards the mother, even though everybody's...
Yeah. So you pick the only other figure that you would assume would need healing or would benefit from the healing would be the male on the ground kind of rocking. So you send some energy that way, you send some energy towards the mother. Go ahead and roll. What's the amount healed?
So they will get, since it's 3rd level, 3d8 plus my spell casting ability mod. Gain hit points equal to... Yeah, it's not 8, so yeah.
Okay. You cast the spell. After 10 minutes, you feel it. You say that last syllable. 19? You say that last syllable, and you feel the magic lock into place. And you feel the divine healing magic escape from you and go towards its intended targets. You can't watch both of them at the same time. You're focusing on the female. And as the energy goes through, you hear...
From
the female, from the elf. And she smiles ever so slightly. And you quickly turn, and the human that was rocking on the ground has stopped rocking. Not a smile, but mouth slightly agape. I think that's how you say that word. A look of awe and wonder.
Could I assess from that like healers or people of this capability are either hard to find in this area or not as readily provided?
Give me a history check.
Let's see. 22. I don't know why I'm rolling so well.
No, I mean, but you know, like from your hometown, you know a little bit about the capital, and you know about general about the lands. You know that, like, yes, divine healing energy is rare-ish, and considered a valuable commodity as well. Because it's rare, you can make money with it. And so traditionally, people with the ability are part of groups that then, as a service, might provide those abilities and services. Not to say there aren't occasional adventurers and wandering travelers that have the ability to heal, that it is around. You are kind of surprised. Though, that... How do I say this? You're kind of surprised, though, that they are as unknowing of the divine magic that you are bringing in. Like, they don't they're not talking to you as much as they don't understand as well. They don't really understand it. They just know it's out there, and yeah.
Okay. Sweet. Well, I'll take that kind of as like, I guess it's like hushed or coveted here and not openly kind of like expressed to the public, sort of. But yeah, I'll look at the girl. I don't know if this will help long term, but hopefully it'll work for now. If I can figure out a way to alleviate whatever curse or sickness she's under, I'll be sure to do that and get back here as soon as possible.
The Arsenal says, "Be careful. It's not worth it. We can cure people. It's not out of our reach. We're able to cure a person every now and again once we collect enough funds. There's hope. We have hope."
Yes, well, I find that hope's not behind a paywall normally. So, if there's anything I can do, I'll be sure to send it your way.
She says, "That's awfully nice of you, sir." And the little girl says, "She looks happy. I haven't seen her smile in I don't even know." And she goes and she curls up next to her mom on the bed. The smile didn't last long. Her face is returned, same as the other person that started rocking you. But brief moment.
Oh. He'll kind of like nod and if possible, he'll like kind of like knowingly tap the girl on the shoulder, and more as like a comfort thing than anything else, but he'll cast guidance just in case in these brief moments, if she's like trying to see how her mother's looking or picking up on something, she'll have just like a little bit more of a chance to remember smaller details.
Is Lila the little girl?
Yeah, I put guidance on her for the next minute.
As you walk out of the room, you hear her say, "I think she felt it. I do." And we are going to transition now. Shay, you have made your way to Inrun's Keep pretty much straight after the obstacle course.
I didn't see or hear any of that, you know. I'm fine. Yeah? Okay. I just woke up from a nap. That's right.
Well, let me describe.
Oh, sorry.
Let me describe and then you can go take a nap. That's a perfect thing to do.
No, go for it. I forgot I didn't take the nap yet.
You approach, and as you approach, you are there are guards at the door, and it appears they've already been privy to. They say, "Are you?" They kind of look at Shay.
That's me.
All right. Welcome. And as he says, this guard, there's two Githyanki male guards, biggish, burly. A woman steps out. She's a human, but she has slight sickly green tint to her skin. Mid-30s, long brown hair, put up behind her, and her head in a tangled mess, just like this tangled bun or something, just holding it all back there. Simple dark gray dress, and there's like it's clean and it's professional, but there's like some smudges. Like if you really kind of look at it, there's a little bit that you can tell that it's not the most complete look. She says, "Well, wow, welcome. Your rooms are ready." And she leads you in. There's a grand foyer where there's 2 staircases that do the like curve and up to the side. This foyer has a 2nd-story balcony that goes across the back and then continues on hallways down out of sight. You can see there are doors open to a large dining room, as if you were to keep continuing straight through the foyer. You look to your right, and there's another like eating area, just several tables, not a dining room, not like a formal dining room, but more of just like a eating and lounge area. And you can hear the sounds of potentially like a kitchen or like service people on that right direction. She leads you, and as she leads you, says, "My name is Swinda. Welcome to Inran's Keep. I hope you are excited to start your work here."
Very excited. Very excited. And very, very tired.
Of course. Let me you feel free to take a rest. You've got plenty of time before anything is planned for the evening. She leads you, and she opens a door, and this door, it has a lock, but it opens up, and she has a key ring with lots of keys on it. And as she unlocks it, she turns and gives you a key. And it opens up into a largish common room with several couches and chairs. And then you can see there are 4 bedrooms that spur from this common room. Sorry, 5 bedrooms. As you're taking a look around, she's talking to you, and you can see that like most of the rooms have 2 beds. The 5th room has several bunk beds, so it's kind of like most of them are 2 people,
Okay.
good, nice rooms. The last one is like an overflow, multiple bunk beds could sleep like up to 10 people. It's the largest room in the compound. Yet still nice linens, nice decor of there's these like militaristic style banners, things that you would see, they're hanging down, but things you can imagine could be on long poles out on like a very regal field of battle. And it has these symbols and insignias, none that you immediately recognize, but that's like a general theme of the decor. It's very militaristic but fancy. She says, "This can be your place. You and the rest of the people who are starting work here. Come and go as you please. My name is Swinda. Come to me with any concerns." And she points. Oh, jeez, where'd you go? Oh, it wouldn't be yet. So she says, "Your rooms have been made up, and if you like, if you're gone, we can change out linens. We can take care of any messes and arrangements. Get you anything from town. If you have any specific food or drink preferences, you just let us know."
What? Wonderful. Swinda, Shay.
It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure is mine. Isn't anyone else arrived yet?
Well, the Lord's son came home right away in a huff. He's of course has his own abode, but yes, as far as the group, yes, you are the first one to show.
Oh, what a pity! I was hoping to, celebrate with the rest of them. Well, in the meantime, do you mind sending up a couple of bottles of champagne and some glasses, a couple of snacks or so, and I'm gonna rest. But I want to present myself for the party. What kind of level of formal wear are we thinking? Casual? Is it kind of dressy? Cocktail? Like, any idea, Swinda?
I think you may have been mistaken. The dinner tonight will just be with Lord Ulcer and Havish.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of a introductory and orientation, if you will.
Thank you. That's perfect, actually. Yes, just the shape.
What? She points, and this room is actually, it's not in the compound, it's not in the locked rooms, but across the hall and down a little bit, she leads you, and there is a room with 2 bathtubs with a curtain kind of hanging in the middle. But neither of them are in use or full, but she gives you time, and she says, take your time. There'll be someone in here quickly with hot water to start getting your bath ready.
Thank you so much.
Sure enough, in short order, there is steamy bath, smells of flowers, and kind of strong herb, like an arugula, kind of just like this strong, bitter, but fresh herb. And
cool. Before Shay goes into all that, and I know we're wrapping up here, but as soon as thank you so much. Oh, you've been a doll. Appreciate it. And like closes the door. She like turns around to the big common room with all the rooms, and she's just gonna like woohoo and like gonna go like ape shit and just like start running through the rooms and like peek in every single room to try and find like the best, biggest, comfiest bed. And when she finds like the biggest room with the best looking bed, she's just gonna like jump on it a little bit and like lay. And we've all seen this scene from a movie or something. Mm-hmm. She's just like going through like tearing up.
Sure. Before
anybody else gets there. I'm hoping she's even like spraying the champagne, like woo! She's just celebrating alone.
I think one of those. I think someone's gonna come in during this. I'm gonna roll. So I know Envy, you kind of had a longer sequence. Lupin, you kind of had a checklist of things to do. Calliope, yours was pretty quick,
as
right?
It's like being sprayed, and I'm standing on the bed like.
Totally. Calliope, yours is pretty quick. Vesta, yours was also very quick, right?
Mine was super quick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll a dice, and it's either gonna be you guys or it might be Lisso. So that's how that's gonna work. Vesta, you are next. You enter. You are led in by Swinda, as you can't see from the corner, but like as she's talking, Swinda goes, "Oh," as like you see a squirt of champagne, like, and on, on the tile on the ground, you hear "Woohoo!"
And as I see Vesta come in, I'm just gonna go, "Hey, the first of the 7." Is she?
I forgot what accent I'm doing.
It was Russian? I don't know.
It was Russian. I almost did like a real southern accent there.
I think it's Eastern European.
Yeah,
which is like really not specific. I know.
I'm sorry. What are you doing?
What else would I be doing? Celebrating.
Wasting good alcohol?
It's true, but there's more where this came from, I promise. Spills out another bottle.
I'm going to go find my room now. Thank you.
The one on the far left is really nice. I mean, not as nice as this one, but it's really nice.
I'll take that into consideration. And Vesta will go off and find her own room.
Okay. As you are going through the room, the door opens, and let me make sure I get this right, because sometimes I don't. Yes, the elven woman life form Lisso enters. She has a large pack on her back. She must have gathered some stuff. Definitely quite a bit of stuff. And she kind of peeks in. Swinda wasn't there at the gate. They kind of just told her where to go because she was in here helping with Vesta. She says, "Is this the right place?" Oh, and she sees Vesta. Oh yeah, this must be it. Are we claiming rooms here?
Yeah, better get one now.
So you're in a single room. You're in a single room. Did you go? Are you taking a single okay, so we're saying right now, 3 singles have been occupied.
There's not all singles?
No. There's one room with bunk beds.
All right.
Did we just become best friends?
Yep.
Yup. All right. So next, I think Calliope would be you. Next would be you coming in. You see that at this point, Swinda's at the front to meet you. She says, "All right, you are looking at the list. You must be Calliope. How do I?
Calliope, Nakal.
Nakal. Oh, that's more than I was on. Okay. Welcome. My name is Swinda. Some of them are already here. Let me take you back to your rooms. And of course, she leads you to similar hallways, similar decor. You come in and you see. At this moment, I feel like the three ladies are in their individual rooms, kind of unpacking and relaxing. Unless would let me know. Like Lisa has not left. She went into a room, closed the door, and she has not come out yet at this moment. Are you guys staying in your rooms or?
Shay is probably by this time, like one leg out of the big bubble bath with the bottle of champagne.
So you're down the hall in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Calliope, yeah, you enter. There's gonna have to be some shared rooms, but you're still here kind of early. I think there's might be one or two more rooms that haven't been occupied at all yet. Feel free to take your pick.
And Calliope looks in the rooms. Do any of them have one bed, or they all have multiple now, right?
4 have 2 beds, with 3 of those 2-bed rooms taken up by one person. And that 5th room has bunk beds, 4 or 5 bunk beds that are smaller, but yeah.
I'm gonna. Calliope's gonna find the room that has the biggest bed available.
Okay. I would say that I think that's the one Shay took.
Yeah.
But the other bed in that room is
That's
probably
not available anymore, though, right?
Well, she's not in. She's not in there right now. She's in the bathroom.
Is her stuff in there?
Her stuff, I would say, is probably on one of the beds in that room.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna.
There's stuff there. It's mine.
Definitely gonna look for.
Colin, are you saying there's 2 beds in Shay's room?
Yes.
Oh.
Is one of the beds? Are they the same size bed?
Yeah, so they're the same size bed, but Shay, when she was looking around, she kind of wanted to find that best bed, and she was jumping on them and choosing them, and sure enough, yeah, these beds, they're not all the exact same make and model. These ones are a little bit comfier and a little bit bigger.
Okay. Calliope will go into Shay's room and take the other big bed.
Okay. Little time passes, and Swinda does bring up another couple bottles of champagne and some finger foods. It seems like there's some prawns that have been boiled, kind of like in a cocktail kind of spread with some kind of rich and creamy. It's like an orange color with specks of green. It's like a creamy kind of something you dip the prawns in. Very tasty, very fresh tasting.
He's in a robe. He's eating them.
We'll say at this next point we'll have probably Lupin. It's getting closer to dinner time. If Lupin and Indy, how about we'll just do it this way? Anything special when you come in? We'll say you guys are coming in within an hour, 30 minutes of actual like dinner time.
Who's first, me or Envy?
Let's say both of y'all had a lot to do. I'd say Lupin, you might have gotten there first. Indy really had a day.
Okay. So being shown all these rooms, I guess where is everyone when I come in?
Yeah, I'm having to draw a little diagram now. So Shay and Calliope are in that room. Vesta, I'm putting this one, and then Lisso is in one. So there's again the room with like bunk beds. There's one more room that is completely unclaimed of 2 beds.
Okay. There's that, and then there's one room with a bunch of bunk beds in it, you said?
Yeah. 5 bunk beds. Kind of just outlining this room on the edge and like one in the middle. It's cramped. It's definitely more form than more function than form.
Okay. What I'd probably do is the bunk bed room like bigger, I guess, than the other rooms? Just because
It is bigger, yes. It is a bigger room because it does hold, yeah.
I would actually go to the bunk bed room.
All right.
And take one of those.
Lupin in the doghouse. And then as you choose one of the beds, do you want upper or lower bunk? At least make that choice.
Lower.
Okay. Envy, the last one, walks in. You are brought in by Swinda. She shows you and she says, "Oh, it appears one of the rooms is still empty. I'm surprised. I thought that one would look better."
Envy will check the room.
It's a perfectly nice room.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll take that one.
All right.
It seems like a perfectly nice room.
Yeah, it seems.
I'm fine.
Until you step on the rug and it tries to smother you.
So let's kind of fast forward to this moment, just minutes before you feel you are going to be led to dinner with Havish. Shay, done with the bath, dressed. You guys are ready, and you're now. Lissa opens the door, and she is now. Pack is gone. The cloak is gone. She's now wearing this like green blouse with these cloth pants that are pretty tight to form. That do have like some design. There's like some color slashes that go down the back of her leg. It looks kind of cool. She says, "Oh, by the way, I'm Lisso Halafres. It's nice to meet you all. Do any of y'all know what's going on?"
No.
Go to dinner.
I have no idea what to expect, but I guess I am a little put at ease knowing that you guys are here too. It's not like something horrible can't really happen, right? I mean, we're at least together. She kind of looks down for a second and says, I don't really have anyone here. I came on a whim. I don't know about you guys, but still kind of settling in that I made it."
Yeah, I'm surprised you made it too.
Yeah.
You guys can't make faces like that. It's gonna make you break so hard.
Damn.
She looks down. She says, "Yeah. Well, I guess I am kind of fast, huh?"
Yeah, most of you seem incredibly too nice to be doing something like this, so it's a surprise that half of you are here.
Yeah, I'm surprised too, guys. Did y'all know each other? 'Cause y'all were helping each other out. I just assumed y'all knew each other.
No, like I said,
No.
they're just incredibly nice.
Well, it helps when, you got wings to sprout. Get to the front of the line. No, first time I've met all these guys, and thanks. Especially, like, Lupin.
Well, I don't know. I feel strangely okay with this now. I don't know. Whatever we're supposed to do. Guess we should figure it out, huh? And at that moment, Swinda comes in. Is there anything else you guys want to do? I didn't.
Yeah, while people are doing other things, I'm gonna grab Envy for just a hot second, and I'm gonna pull out just a small bag of clinky coins and give it to him and say, "Thank you for helping me up onto the platform. I appreciate it."
Oh, you don't have to pay me for. I was just.
Nope. Thank you.
knowing my deal or the history of what I know of Lord Havish, I mean, do I feel concerned about anything? I guess going into
Yeah.
this dinner.
Give me a history check, and I'll say the DC is going to be a little bit lower because you've been here a while and you've heard some things and you've experienced some things. So, not an advantage because you haven't interacted with him. Yeah.
Okay. I might as well use the luck roll because that was a 3. So let's see what this is.
Good job.
Damn.
Let's see. Shoot. Well, it's probably nothing. Oh, hey, I actually have a modifier for this. What is inspiration randomly? What die is it?
D6
Cool.
from chat.
All right. So with all that, a 12.
12. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, the only reason you can't draw more conclusions and know more is because it's been relatively consistent. The information you've gotten about Lord Havish and the Gith Yankee here has been, there's not a lot of variety. It's not a script, but it's very much this. The general idea that you have gotten is, 1, Lord Havish has shown a unexpected amount of cooperation and restraint previously. He has that reputation. People are generally surprised that he doesn't lose his cool, that he doesn't throw his power around. When it comes to dealings of the city, he has this air of cooperation that is it's so unexpected, it is discomforting a little bit. So when you talk to people, they're generally just like, I mean, you want to hate him, but I mean, the city's, I feel safe, I feel protected. There has been a slow influx of business and people and tourists. That has been happening. The city has grown. But no one in town that you've talked to, not a single person, is left without doubt. Without that just little like, I just don't know what his motive is. If he wants power, he could take a grab at it. And I will go ahead and tell you this because it's important, and you would know this, and it might be something you want to bring up at some point. But you asked one time. You were overhearing a conversation of people that you hang around with, and you asked, "Well, how come? Has anyone ever rose against Havish? Has anyone ever tried to unseat him or contest him?" And you learned that is never been an option for people because Lord Havish and his Gith Yankee have a relationship with, I gotta look up this name, it is the matron of the Red Dragons of Folly Peak. There's a volcano south in the Badlands, good distance away from Gorskfire Keep, inhabited by a family coven group of red dragons, and the matriarch of that, its name is, God, I had it, Nisara, Nisara. And the agreement and the relationship is strong enough between Havish and Nisara that no one would dare dream of standing against Havish. That threat, it's deterrence at its finest, really. I mean, it is an open relationship, and Havish is well aware of what it brings him.
Okay, so then with that in mind, before I guess that servant came back, I would mention to Lizzo and just anyone that is still in the room listening that keep your guard up. It seems this should be, I would feel, a pretty ordinary job based on the description of what they told us. Bring people into the city and advertise the benefits of the place to attract people in. Something just doesn't seem quite right here if you haven't picked it up on it. You'll probably see it tonight.
Before y'all can ruminate on these words from Lupin, Swinda enters and says, "All right, I believe the Lord is ready to have you for dinner. Please come this way." And she leads you back out into the foyer to turn and head into that open doorways into that large dining hall right there on the base floor, right near the entrance of Enron Keep. Standing there is General Ivid Slad. He lets you guys pass. What are y'all's passive perceptions?
Calliope's is 13.
Okay.
Vesta's a 17.
Damn, Gina.
Indy what?
15.
15? Lupin?
14.
14. Shay?
14.
14. Vesta. As you walk by, you catch eyes with Ivid Slad,
Mhm.
and he can't contain. He's just got a big smile on his face. Go ahead and give me an insight check, because I feel like you'd followed up, like trying to
Huh?
figure out what this is.
Smile.
I would absolutely.
Yeah,
be
sometimes you don't need to ask.
That's a 19 plus 4, 23.
This isn't random. He gazed upon you, and he seems excited about something. But it has to do with you. It's not just you weren't the person that just caught his eyes. He was looking at you, and he's laughing. He's thinking. And you're led in, and there is a large table. Food already out. Not even people gonna bring it in. The food is out, ready to go. Wine poured in glasses, and sitting at the table is the real Lord Ulcer Havish. He is in a large. There's simple wooden chairs with nice upholstery that line this table, but middle, kind of not head of the table, but like middle spot of that table, there's a larger chair, well adorned. It has themes of like metal and red velvet cloth, and like more, not less. It's less angular and more kind of circular and spirally. And he's leaning back, and he has his leg kind of propped up very casually on the armrest, the other leg out. But as he sees you enter, he stands up. He has his arms out. He says, "Ah, I'm so glad this is here. Welcome. You have passed. You made it. Let's eat. Let's get to know each other, and then we'll talk a little bit about what you're going to be doing for me for this next little while." And as he says that, before you can really react, Ivid Slad follows you into the room and says, "Lord, quick bit of business before we go." And he is interrupted as Raishal enters the room. "Dad, you summoned me?" And Ulcerin looks confused as Ivid Slad says, "Sir, I received this missive just now." And he hands Ulcerin a parchment. Ulcerin takes a second and reads it over. And he looks up at Ivid with a very discerning eye. He chuckles. He says, "Son, apparently your orders are going to have to change." Raishal looks confused. What do you mean? I deserve this. He said, look, you know, as much as I enjoy my power in my seat, what she says goes. She wants her. And he points at Vesta.
She. Who's she? To whoever's closest.
That's not fair! Raishal screams. Look at her. Word must have gotten to Narissa. I'm gonna say it wrong. I'm gonna say Narissa every single time. Nisara. There's Nasira. There's Narissa. There's all these names. Nisara. She must have gotten word that there was a, primordial blood that is now under my employ. It's her will. And he turns towards you and says, I assume that you are willing to accept the orders that I give you.
We haven't even sat down yet. This is...
Tomorrow, you will ride out towards Folly Peak, and you will serve as my ambassador to the Red Dragons there. In the grand scheme of things, I feel like this might be a good place for you for now.
I feel like I'm missing some information.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry. Your mission is more of a special one. I expected you to be with these guys. I would, if I knew, I would have talked to you before. My Raishal had been completely briefed in this thing. So after dinner, stick around and we'll talk more about your specific mission.
Mm-hmm.
Please, I have your names, but tell me a little bit about yourselves, maybe. He looks towards you, Vesta. Where are you from?
All over. Studied with the druids, and I've wandered ever since.
Okay, wanderer, traveler. Hopefully you got some experience. Obviously you picked up some skills. I gotta say, word got back to me that you attacked one of Varaka's little robed guys, huh? Can't imagine she was too happy about that.
No, she's very intimidating for a bird person.
She definitely makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up every once in a while, that's for sure. Wait it! You! And he points towards Lupin. I didn't say that none of the Night Watch could apply, but are you a member? Is this some kind of trick?
I unfortunately am not a member of the Night Watch. Tried out, didn't make it, but well, this
You didn't make
is a
it?
better option. I did not.
Well, their tryout must have sucked. Mine, you did great in mine.
Maybe I had an off day, not sure, but hey, here now. So.
Well, okay, I can see, let me tell you a little bit about what I expect from you guys. And then maybe we can be done with business for tonight. And relax and enjoy dinner. I want you to act as my liaisons to the rest of the town. Go talk to the other leaders of the houses. See what they need. Help them out here and there. The success of this town is all of ours to bear, all of ours to put effort into. Today was any sign. Wasn't the most grandiose of events. You know, back at Sigil, saw amazing parades and fireworks and festivals, and we've seen it all, but it was a start. It was something, a spark, to get this city moving. Now, this is what I want from you. I want, if you guys work, put in the effort, help out, you'll get paid. And he kind of already, he has, on your plates, you notice that under the napkin, you kind of move the napkin. He moves his napkin, you move your napkin, and there's like a little stack of 5 gold coins right there on your plate. 5 gold a day. That's what the job said, right? However, I am a fan of bonus reward system. As much as much as I hold in this town, clout, that's the word I was looking for. Information is hard to come by. Doesn't make its way to my ears easily. I spend up having to put out quite a good bit of coin for good information. Simple as this. You bring me information, you'll be getting a lot more than 5 gold a day, that's for sure. Help yourself to our armory. We got weapons and armor. Take your pick. As long as you're under my employ, you're welcome to those. I ask you to return them if you decide to leave. A little bit about that. I'm putting a little bit of trust in you guys. So if you decide to leave, I may have to find you just to ask you a few exit interview type questions. You know what I mean? So if you're thinking about leaving, come talk to me and we'll figure something out. But if you run without any kind of notice, I'll need to find out why. Just the nature of things.
What information are you looking for?
You guys are smart. I need information. Let's be real general about this. Two types of information I'm most interested in. One, information that pertains to the safety of this town and my people. And 2, information that could be used against me or another one of the house leaders. Blackmail, any sorts of information that could be traded for something outside of my control.
Are you asking us to essentially be your spies in the city?
That's exactly what he's asking. He hired mercenaries to be spies.
You're saying this out loud?
Yeah.
See, I knew you guys would understand. Now, again, job description, salary, above board, right? That's what it is. You can go out and tell everyone that you get paid a meager, grandiose salary and you're doing the work of the people. But yes, if this city's going to make it to the next stage, it's going to progress, I got to know more about these people I'm dealing with. Things haven't always been as smooth as it's been most recently.
So then you know about the affliction that is afflicting many of your citizens here.
Yeah, that is a hard situation. To be fair, I know most of you might be kind of new here. Most people who have it came here. They came here for help. They heard that there was a chance. Unfortunately, that's out of my hands.
I want to insight check that.
Go for it.
10. Not very good.
He seems genuine when he says, I mean...
I just wanted to insight that it's out of my hands.
Right.
Like, is it
Yeah.
really?
It's one of those things where, like, from the way he said it and what he said, you believe he believes that. But at the same time, you have that question in your back of your head going, but how much is really out of your hands? Yeah.
Oh, I absolutely don't believe a single word he says.
Yeah. Calliope also does not believe.
He's full of chocolate.
Calliope is suspicious. Very suspicious.
As soon as he started talking about needing information and bonuses for information, Shay just got like a little smile and a smirk and pulled out her chair and sat down and got real comfortable and picked up her 5 pieces of gold and stuck it in and go, picked up some food. You want information? Deal. I'll get you some information. Just settled right in, super comfortable, totally cool with this arrangement. You can tell she's not bothered by a single thing.
I'm glad. I'm glad. Look, leading this town is not easy. The people here, they're looking, they're hoping, they're grasping onto hope. Doesn't matter if they're afflicted, doesn't matter who it is. Everyone here has their eyes set outside the city walls. I feel like sometimes we're the only ones looking here, saying, focus here. So, I'm doing the best I can. I'm putting it out there. I put my own money. This is my money. This 5 gold I'm paying you every day, that's my money. That ain't the city's. That's mine. I want this to be a success. And you guys are going to be a big part of that. And I hope you come to realize that the more I know, the more Gorspire Keep will go forward.
Got yourself a deal.
Cheers to the start of a beautiful new friendship. And he takes a swig, and he stands up from the table and says, well, I do unfortunately have business to attend to, but feel free to enjoy the dinner and the wine as much as you want. Lisso, why don't you come find me? Tell Swinda when you're ready, and you and I need to talk as well. Vesta, same for you. We'll get this ironed out, but should you accept it, be prepared to leave in the morning.
Mm-hmm. He's got a good bedroom and everything.
Good night, and welcome. And Lord Ulster and Havish takes his leave, and that is where we will end the session for tonight. Exclamation critical to enter the giveaway. We will draw that in just a couple minutes. Guys, that was a lot of fun.
That was fun.
It was.
I feel like you guys learned a crap ton.
Yeah.
That was great. Yeah, there was a lot.
Awesome.
From the tower on with everybody. That was really fun to watch and observe.
I didn't write down anything that anyone else did because I didn't want to come back and metagame it like I had learned it later on.
Same.
Yeah.
This will definitely be the first episode, because this was my idea the whole time. This will be the first episode where I'm going to have to rewatch and take notes during the rewatch, because there's definitely stuff that I need to write down from the interactions. All right, I'm going to go ahead and draw for the giveaway. Give it away now.
Give it away now. Again.
Boom. Chav Hunter, welcome back.
Woo.
I know that guy or girl. I don't know. I think a guy. You have won the giveaway. You know how to find me in the Discord. You know me. We've talked before. Come find me. Discord. I'll get your name and address. Get some dice out to you. All right, guys. We will be here next week. But then after that, we are going to have a little bit of a scheduling change for a little bit. It's summer. People want to go have fun. You know how it is. Thanks for being here on a Wednesday night. We hope you had a good time. Cass, is there anything you'd like to say?
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
It was super fun.
Awesome.
Come back next week or else.
Or else you go.
The ambassador has spoken.
Yes, I
Otherwise,
really...
I'll burn down your house.
I enjoyed learning more about the characters today. I'm excited, and we are going to send you guys on to another D&D stream. We are going to raid a channel. I think I have an idea. I have to see if they're still on. But I'm going to go to a screen, and we will take you there. So enjoy the rest of your night, guys. We will see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.